Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Investor Connection. My name is Miguel Sanchez, and I help entrepreneurs and investors create and fund the future by investing in innovation. So, today I'm going to talk about one of the biggest innovations to really hit the scene this year. It's been around for longer, but this year has been just getting press all over the place. There's been people selling NFTs for $69 million. $5 million, $10 million, $20 million. And if you know hip hop, you know Jay-Z's album Reasonable Doubt is owned by Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and their partner. And Dame Dash just put up his NFT, his ownership of the company as an NFT so somebody can buy. And I thought that was one of the most genius things he could do ever. Why is that? He could have just sold his stake in Rockefeller Records as a regular transaction. But by making it an NFT, he will reap the rewards of any future sale of that NFT forever. Him and his family will make money on the resale of that piece of that company forever. So when you think about what NFTs are basically a contract that says, I'm creating this piece of art, this whatever. It doesn't always have to be art. It's going to transcend art, but right now it starts with art. And because I created this, I want to make money off of it forever. So how is that different than creating art right now? It's very different. If I draw a picture today and somebody wants to buy it off of me for even $500, I make that $500 that one time. Let's say when I die, for some reason, that piece of art is worth more because I'm more famous at the end of my life than I was today when I made it for the first time. And they sell that piece of art for $1 million. That person that bought the piece of art makes the $1 million. Me and my family make money, right? That's how the art works right now. With NFTs, if they bought that art from me, through my NFT, and I put in, some artists put 30%, some artists put 25, 10% of the resale. I will make money. My family will make money off that sale forever. So let's say they bought it for $500, and then when I die, they sell it for $1 million. My family, if I put 30%, would make $300,000 of that sale. That is a major difference in what is possible right now and what the blockchain allows. So most of these NFTs at the moment are on the Ethereum blockchain. They were created on the Ethereum blockchain, but now they're creating other blockchains that also hold NFTs. And where that ends up, nobody truly knows. But most people believe Ethereum will last forever. So most people are putting their NFTs on Ethereum. The one drawback of doing that is the gas fee on Ethereum is much higher than other blockchains. So I'm going to start showing you guys some of this. And of course, any questions in all my Meta Bronxers, give me the X. So if you want to create an NFT right now, you can follow along and do it. Actually, I'm going to show you what websites, and maybe we make an NFT right now of this show, actually. You know what? Then maybe we'll do that. I'll take the artwork that I have, this thumbnail maybe, and the artwork that I'm showing on Instagram Live, and I'll make it an NFT. All right, so we're going to start with the most popular website right now for NFTs. Is called Opensea, and I'm going to share my screen and show that. Oops, wrong place. Share the wrong screen. Milan, what's up? Whoever's watching on Instagram, what's up? All right, share. I should have put on Clubhouse, but I won't do that today. Okay. So, okay. Right now, we are on my personal wallet and my NFTs. So I'm going to make sure you can see it better. Okay, so this is my personal NFT wallet. I basically, I used to be an artist. When I was in high school. I went to school of art and design, so I was an artist first, art major, animation. I loved creating art, but as I got older, I didn't really see a way for it to fund my life. So I got away from it, and I actually started working using my art skills in the technology world, making animations for advertising and websites. But I always still love drawing, but I just got away from it. So if you look at this character, is a character that I drew actually last year because of Metabronx. The Metabronx students got me back into the art. So these are my NFTs, right? So this is an NFT that I got for free in Decentraland. Actually, I went onto a person's land, and they were giving out free candy, and I wanted to understand how they did that. So you press the button, and it said your transaction was finalized, and I didn't even know till right now coming in here that I got the candy as an NFT, and that's awesome. So that means you can create space in Decentraland and give out NFTs or sell NFTs. I knew the sell part, but to give it away for free was pretty awesome. So now, and this is an NFT that I created with my mentor Paco when he was trying to understand NFTs. Me and him went through the process of creating one together. So I made that in Photoshop based on what he wanted. And if it sells, me and his wallet will get half of the money each. So that's an interesting thing about NFTs. You can share them with people. So right now, like I said, I put my wallet and his wallet as the recipients of any money that ever comes from this NFT. So think about that. Let's say you collaborate on some music together, a music video, an art piece. You can say, okay, this is my MetaMask wallet. This is your MetaMask wallet. We're going to split revenue from this creative piece of art forever, right? And that is pretty amazing. Is it mandatory to have MetaMask? You got to have some kind of wallet. Let's see what wallet options they give, actually. I don't know what other wallets they accept, but when you go in, you should, it will ask you when you sign up, it's going to ask you to connect a wallet, and it's going to show you all the different types of wallets you can use. You will definitely need a wallet, though. Wallets are how all of this stuff is connected and how you even log into this website. So, all right, I'm going to talk to you about some other NFTs I got, right? So this is an NFT I got because I use this website called Zapper. Zapper is a decentralized finance app that lets you understand your entire, I guess, wallet history, right? So like, let's say you're buying this coin on this blockchain, you're buying this coin on this blockchain. It can become very hard to keep track of it all. But if you go to Zapper and you put your wallet address, it'll show you everything you've done, how much money you actually have, if you're taking out loans, how much you have, all that different stuff. So because I use that, they added this gamification to it where if you just press a button every few hours, you gather experience points. And when you get to a certain level of experience points, they give you NFTs. So this is an NFT I got because I've been using that site. And the beauty of this stuff is eventually, one day, all of these NFTs could be worth something. This NFT already right now has a price of 0.0013 Ethereum. If I wanted to sell that right now, that means I can make some money from this if I wanted to. If not, I could just keep it. And right now, I do not plan on selling any NFTs. I'm just trying to understand it. One thing I really hope everybody does, especially if you're watching this anywhere you're watching it, is start to study NFTs. I actually believe this is the future of how all business will get done. I believe smart contracts are going to be the backbone of business, and NFTs will be the main way smart contracts exist. So it's starting out with art, which is amazing for an artist like me, an old artist like me, to get back into it. Another big thing I say, NFTs are probably make this point in history the best point in history ever to create your own creative work, your own intellectual property. What I mean by that is, if you ever thought of creating your own characters, your own stories, your own video games, this is probably the best time ever to do that, because what NFTs allow is they allow you to make money off of the creative process of this. Can you imagine if right now you could buy the first ever drawing of Mickey Mouse as an NFT? Do you know how much money that will go for, right? And it probably is a physical piece of art somewhere somebody owns, right? But it's not on the blockchain. So it has to get verified and proved that that is truly the first picture of Mickey Mouse. If I created my version of Mickey Mouse today and I put it up on the blockchain under my wallet, there would be no doubt that that was created from me. So in 100 and 200 years, if that becomes as big as Mickey Mouse, my family will benefit from that being sold and resold forever. So it is, in a way, for creatives, one of the most game-changing technologies for us ever. Like, and I don't say that lightly. If you are a creative person, it's really, really important for you to understand this technology, because I do believe it will give you more of a chance of staying creative longer, because, as I am proof of it, eventually as a creative, and most of the creatives I went to school with, I went to art school, we stopped being creative because it doesn't pay our bills enough, right? So we actually have to focus on doing things that pay our bills instead of doing the creative work we enjoyed as kids. But now with NFTs, I honestly think that is going to change. I don't think everybody's going to be able to make a living off of their art, but I do believe it will make it so more people have that option, right? Not everybody wants to do it for a living, right? At a certain point, you might get to a certain point where you say, I don't really love doing this as much as I did, so I don't want to do it anymore. But if you do still love it, and I do still love it, but I haven't really figured out a way to monetize it other than using my creative skills to work on advertising projects, website apps, games, animation for clients, because the clients pay me to do that creative work, right? But I would love to be able to do more of my own creative work. But that would mean that my own creative work would have to be able to pay me to not have to work on client work, right? So that's why I'm saying these NFTs, not only are you able to make the money the first time, you could possibly make money on that over and over and over and over again. There's an artist, his name is Beeple, Beeple. What he did was he made, I believe it was 20 pieces of art. It was the same art, but just given out as one of 20 NFTs. He sold it for $1. So you're like, why would he do that? 20 pieces of art, he made $20. That's nothing, right? All right, you can go out and buy a sandwich. But what he did was he put in the NFT a 30% any other time it's sold. All those NFTs have been sold over and over and over and over again. And now the lowest cost NFT currently, at least from the last time I checked, is $200,000. So if you do the math, the last minimum floor of all those 20 pieces is $200,000. 30% of $200,000 is $60,000. 60,000 times 20, do that math. Start out with giving something away for $1. So this is why I believe this is so important of a movement. So let's talk about more of my NFTs. This is an NFT I got as an airdrop. So an airdrop is when you give your wallet address to specific, like on Twitter, for instance. This happened on Twitter. There was a major, this actually Polygon Matic, they created their own podcast. And it's a coin that I really believe in and I have a lot of, and I know Mark Cuban has invested in it. So I feel like the coin is going to do well. So when they were launching their podcast, they said anyone who holds 50 or more Matic, we will give an airdrop to. If you put your address on this Twitter, reply. So I did it, and they sent me this NFT. Right? So this NFT, when you see it here, you really can't see anything. But when you click it, I believe the art, yeah, all right. So now see, that's the animation that they gave. And of course, who knows? But again, right now, this is worth 70 cents. If I wanted to sell it in 10 years, 20 years, who knows? This thing could be worth a few $1,000s. Who knows? But I got it for free just by putting my address in a Twitter pool. They can't do anything with your address. They can't see how much money you have in there and stuff like that. So one thing I haven't actually done, I need to do more of, is separate your wallet that has NFTs and your wallet that has actual money in it, because anybody with your NFT address can see your actual money because this is all public blockchain stuff. So that's a big thing to understand. So, okay, on that note, though, I'm going to show you another NFT that I bought. See this massideation.eth? That is an address that I paid for, and I own it as an NFT. Why would I buy massideation.eth? .eth stands for Ethereum. There's something called, I think it's called the Ethereum Domain Name Service. I think it's ENS.domains, pretty sure. You can buy domain names, and what happens with that name is if somebody wants to send me money, or I can attach all my NFTs to it, I can say just go to massideation.eth and they will pull up my wallet. Because right now the wallets are really like long numbers that are really hard to remember. But what you can do is you can buy your name .eth and point that to your wallet. So I bought the names of things that I own, right? I bought Mass Ideation, I bought my actual name, and then I bought something called Cool Lab. I had an idea of I'll make a lab where we create cool things, right? I just thought of it and I said, hey, it's available, I'll buy it. So I bought these for like 10 years, I believe. I forgot how much it cost. It was probably like a few $100. And I think a lot of that was in the gas fee because the gas fee was high back then. So that's another NFT I bought. This is an NFT I bought that's based on a project that is an ultimate collaboration. This project, I don't know if you guys heard of the app called Clubhouse. There was an app called Clubhouse where when NFTs first really started exploding in like February of this year, 2021, everybody was on Clubhouse talking about it and trying to figure it out for all the artists or the musicians, business people. So there was this room called NFTs.tips. And this group of people started saying, what if we all collaborated on an NFT? And what we'll do is we'll create pizza boxes and slices of pizza that has artwork on top of it as toppings. And what we'll do is we'll all get a piece of any of the money that comes in. But what we'll really do is we'll buy people free pizza. So if you want to buy a free pizza, this NFT collaboration will feed people all around the world. So I was like, wow, that's super interesting. I joined the Discord. And in like 3 weeks, it was like a whole organization was created. Like a whole company was being run out of Discord for this pizza. It's called Rare Pizzas. So when they launched, of course, I bought one. I paid, oh, it doesn't even say what I paid, but I think I paid like half an Ethereum for it. And look, there's people selling theirs right now. So also what they're doing is they're creating 10,000 pizzas randomly. So it's all generated through code and the art being supplied. It's pretty crazy. Actually, the guy who's working on this also works for Pixar, Disney, major movie studios. and he's working on this project for fun. And if you look, so far 123 Ethereum have been spent on these boxes. So again, look, there's some cool boxes with stuff like that. Who knows where this goes? But I have oh wow, look, 420 Ethereum this guy wants for this box. Again, will he get it? Who knows? But this is how it works, right? So that's another NFT that I personally purchased. Let's see what else. Okay, there's another one actually I want to show you. So I showed you can get free NFTs. You can get NFTs from doing things in game like things. There's actual games where you can get pieces. Like there's a game where you can buy a racehorse. You get him as an NFT or her, and then you race the horse and you make money. And if the horse is winning a lot, people want to buy the horse from you. I don't have that, but it's something that I've been looking at. This one right here is called Super World. It's an augmented reality world where they place digital stuff on top of the real world. So this is actually the block in the Bronx where I grew up. I bought the block as an NFT. And if one day this platform goes live and is works, I will own the Joker steps because that's the block I grew up on where Joker was dancing in the movie. I grew up on that block, so I bought that block. Right. And now if anybody one day in augmented reality wants to do something on that block, they're going to have to go through me. And that's where I think one day maybe that block will have visitors, because right now people still visit that block to see the Joker steps because it was in the movie. So now I own that block in augmented reality through this app. And then here's some of my artwork that I created last year in Metabronx because I'm going to make a game eventually. And this is my IP. Remember I told you about creating your own IP? So this is an IP that I used to draw when I was in high school. But now I made it as an NFT. And if you're watching this anywhere else, come to the YouTube. But now I'm making this art and a game, and I'm going to make it around NFTs, right? But who knows how long it takes me, because again, I don't pay my bills by working on art. I pay my bills by doing other stuff. So I have to spend less time on doing stuff like this. But this was a character I used to draw as graffiti and stuff like that in high school. So I brought it back as an older person to get back into the mindset I used to be in when I used to create art. So these are two NFTs I've created for myself, and this is how I practice creating them, right? So what we're going to do now is, I think that's all the NFTs I have here. Yeah. And that's the thing. I have multiple wallets, but I'm going to have my main wallet for stuff like that. And, eventually one day, if it's like, oh, I want to make sure this is an original Miguel Sanchez, they'll be able to check the wallet, right? So you got to have a wallet that's connected to you, right? So that's where I ask everybody to make a MetaMask wallet, but you may want to create multiple wallets, right? So, okay. All right. Do you want to make an NFT right now? Actually, you know what? I'll just do it. I'm just going to do one right now. All right. So I said I was going to make an NFT of this show. All right. So let's do it. Okay. So where do we start? We go to, actually, I think you go here, my collections. So I'm going to create a collection. So, all right, this was the collection I created based on me and Paco wanting to just me show him how to do an NFT. It was his idea, the Wow Mom idea. Who knows if anything ever comes of that. But I'm going to make now the Miguel Sanchez World collection. Okay, so what will I'm going to all right, so I'm going to use that icon because that's the current icon I use. Feature image. Maybe I use a thumbnail from my YouTube. So so this is the hardest part of it, really, like figuring out what are you going to use to present, because once you make these, you can't change them. They're written to the blockchain. So any copy you write, any links you put in, anything you have to keep it, because once you write it to the blockchain, it's written on the blockchain and you can't change it. So that's part of, like, you really got to think this stuff out. And when you create them, you want to think it all the way out, like forever, right? Because if I create this today and then I change my mind, I basically have to burn the NFT and delete it, right? And whatever, and then it's gone forever. Nobody can ever access it again. So that's where, you want to, again, think the stuff through. And again, I thought of this like right now, so I'm not thinking it through as much, but I will. I'm gonna make one today, no matter what. Let's see. Thinking about, I'm looking at images that will make sense. Do I have to pick an image? It says optional. All right, so right now I'm not gonna pick an image. I'm gonna call this Miguel Sanchez. Well, and actually this is gonna be a good test, because I wonder if you could change the image of the collection. I know you can't change the NFT though. Like, you're going to have to make sure that stays. Miguel Sanchez World Content Creation NFTs. All right. So customize your URL. All right. So Miguel Sanchez World Content. Let's just do that. Description. See, this is where it gets a little, I gotta really think through this. Okay. So, and then, okay, you gotta put your links, your website, Discord, whatever you want to put in. Royalties. So you see here, this is where you put collect a fee when users resell an item you originally created. You see, this is where, let's see, I'm going to put 30%. Forever, anytime anything is sold from here, I will make 30% of it. Let's see how that goes. Who knows if anybody ever buys any of it. Okay, so here you choose what kind of crypto you will accept as a payment. So USDC. Oh, okay, look, on this website you can only do 10%. See, so this is where you want to do things. Right now, because I'm doing this on Opensea, I have a limitation of 10%. If I coded my own smart contract, which I can do, I can make it whatever percent I want. So because I am working on this platform, I have to accept the 10% forever. Different platforms have different percentages. There's a bunch of NFT platforms. I won't go into all of them. This one is the easiest. It's free. You can create your NFT for free. All right, so I'm going to accept Ethereum. I'm going to accept, okay, payout address. This is where you put the address that you want the money to go to. Like right now, it doesn't automatically assume you want it to go here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it Miguel Sanchez .eth. Remember, I bought my Ethereum blockchain name. I haven't even pointed it to a wallet yet, but I doubt I'm going to sell this stuff right now. What I got to do is, once I set this up, I have to go to the Miguel Sanchez.eth and point it to a wallet that I want it to go to, right? So right now, if it were you, though, you can just go to your MetaMask right here, and you could press copy to clipboard and paste it. And then you could paste that address to there, and now it'll get that. Again, any questions? I know if anybody's trying to make an NFT as I do it, if you have questions, let me know. So right now I'm going to accept USDC. Oh, look, I can pick which blockchain for it to go on. This is a major thing. Why is this? Again, if people wanted to buy it, they're going to have to pay the gas fee of whichever blockchain I choose. So by keeping it on the Ethereum blockchain, I make it more expensive for somebody to buy. The Polygon blockchain is cheaper. The gas fee is like nothing. So I'm going to, as a test, I'm going to do the Polygon blockchain. And I'm going to have Ethereum on blockchain. You have USDC on blockchain. You have DAI, on Polygon. So you see how we chose a different blockchain and it chose different assets. Let's look on the Ethereum blockchain what's available. There's a lot more available, you see? Oops. A lot more options to take as money on the Ethereum blockchain. Because Ethereum is where all this started, so there's a lot more options there. But again, I'm going to do Polygon for right now. Here's how it will show. The collection will show. So over time, as I put up more, and what I think I'll do starting today is I'll make every one of my shows an NFT. And if anybody wants to buy it, they buy it. Explicit or sensitive content, no. And then you press create. I wonder though if once I do this, if I have to stick with it. So I'm not going to press it right now just in case. But I'm going to make another just to make an NFT as a dummy NFT so you guys can see. I don't want to do the whole collection and it'd be wrong. It's a lot of work to have to redo. So again, I'm going to go back to my collection. Oh, these are my collections. So I created a bomb EXE graffiti game, right? Because that's the game I'm planning on creating. So this is the first piece of art from that game. And this is on the Ethereum blockchain. So if you wanted to buy this, you have to pay in Ethereum. So, okay. Then I created the Wild Mom with Paco. Who knows what ends up happening with that. So then I go to my profile and I say, hold up, how do I do that again? My collection, my profile. Figure out how to do it. Okay, my profile. Okay. Create collection. You have to create a collection? I guess you do. You curate. I guess you do have to create a collection. So okay, wait, let's see anything here. Okay, so this is where I change settings. You saw I had to log into my MetaMask wallet. Everything is about your MetaMask wallet. So, I guess I do have to create a collection. So once you create a collection, you know what? I'm gonna add it to the Wow Mom collection. Actually, I'll make another Wow Mom real quick. No, you know what? All right, you know what? Let's figure out what we can do here. I'll make a collection that I just end up deleting. How about that? All right, so create collection. This is important. You have to do it. So bio. I'm just checking for an image that I can use. This is test collection. Okay, so here I will again say M Sanchez as well. test. Okay. For this text collection. Okay. MSW text collection. Okay, so the test, add category. I'm going to just say collectible. I won't put any URLs. I'll put 10%. That's the max. Payout address. Again, I'm going to put Miguel Sanchez.e. Blockchain. I'll put it on the Polygon blockchain again. I'll pick this and I'm going to create. Okay, so now I have nothing in there. It's a bio image. And now I add item. Create new item. All right, so this is where I'm going to take the artwork that I created for this show and I'm going to use that, right? Okay, so what's the name? What is an NFT? Let me see what the whole title is. I'm just going to copy it from YouTube. The title is, I'm just going to copy it from YouTube. All right, so I'm not streaming there. Okay, so we're going to call it this. All right, and then I'm actually going to make the description the same exact description that's in the YouTube. Also, everybody like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, please. This information, I will just, if you guys use it, you might get rich one day off using it. External link. Opensea will include a link to the URL. All right, so guess what I'm going to link to? I'm going to link to the actual YouTube video. Right? So if anybody one day buys this YouTube link as a test, you know what? Maybe this is the problem with doing stuff live. Maybe I don't make it a test. Maybe I just make this. No, whatever. I'll just do a test. All right, properties. So this is where the NFTs get really, really interesting. There's properties that go into NFTs. So if we look at some of the most popular NFTs, let's look at something that is really popular. Trading cards. All right, so trading cards a lot of times have these properties. See, this is common, right? So if the card was not common, let's see one that I can find. All right, you see how this has the artist as a property. It has the artist URL as a property. It has the wallet address as a property, symbol as a property. So you can do different things, right? Sometimes they make properties that have different level of rarity. So then that makes that item more valuable, right? So if I said, actually, I'm going to show you with the horses. I spoke about the horses, right? So Z Run is the one where you can buy the horses. So let's say we go and we say, all right, this horse is 0.55. This horse is 1.5. This horse is 1.8. Let's look at the properties of this horse. That's what makes the horse more valuable. It has the bloodline of Buterin, which it has a 62% of the cards have this. It has legendary breed type, which has 33%. It has sienna color, which is 0.91%. So that's a very small percent have that color. So that's why it's probably more valuable. 2% have this genotype. Stuff like that, right? So they create these properties, and based on the property of the NFT, the value changes. All right, so right now I'm not going to make any NFT. So, okay, unlockable. So this is another thing. You can make where there's a file that people download when they buy the NFT. So what that means is it creates a folder wherever you want to keep it. You can put it on Dropbox. You can put it on Google Drive. You could put it on Amazon AWS. You could put it on something new that I found called AR Drive or AR Weave. What's the difference between all of these is this is supposed to be forever. Let's say I put unlockable content and it's the actual video file from today, right? Maybe I'll do that. You put the actual video file in here as a download. Okay, but now what happens if I stop paying the Dropbox bill? If I no longer use that Google Drive and Google Drive goes out of business in 100 years? Probably won't happen. But what happens if that happens? Then the person that buys this NFT no longer has access to that downloadable file. So what AR Weave and AR Drive do, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to pull them up here. Yeah. What they do is they store the file forever. Save forever. So this is super interesting. And look how much it costs to save a file forever. So for 2 cents, you can save a photograph forever on the blockchain. And as an NFT, you can link to that image and know that it will be there forever because this company, they have a cool way of making sure that this thing will be around for hundreds of years. If the internet exists, your image will exist. If the world comes to an end, we're not going to care about servers. But this is a pretty super interesting project. And look, if I wanted to put up a video, it's going to cost me 50 cents. But that video will be there forever, right? And I won't have to pay for it again. Pay 50 cents one time, and the video is stored forever. That's not the case, right? If I put it on Dropbox, I got to pay that Dropbox fee every month, or it's gone. So that is where I would put my unlockable content if I was creating unlockable content. Supply. Here's where I can say I want to give 100 of these. I want it so 100 people can buy this episode, right? Like I told you about the guy who gave for $1, and eventually each one was worth $200,000. That's where you do something like that. Okay. Freeze metadata. Your metadata will allow you to permanently lock and store all the item's content in decentralized file storage. To freeze your metadata, you must create the item first. So this means once you do this, you cannot change the information, right? So again, because it's a test, I'm going to do it and see what the next step is. All right. So now it's created. There's 100 of them. People can buy them. It has a description, same description as I have on YouTube. It has nothing here because I didn't input. I just put repeat. This is a test. Details. This is the address it came from. Metadata is editable, so I still can go in and change it until I want to lock it. So I guess let's see how that works. I want to edit it. Actually never tried to edit them, so I'm not sure. Collection. So now I have this as a collection. Edit. All right, so it lets me edit these things. Collaborator. See, this is where you can add another wallet address. So if I have a collaborator that I want to, like right now, I can have Miguel Sanchez.eth be a collaborator. Let's do that. And then I can add massideation.eth as a collaborator. Let's see. Oh, this address is already a collaborator. Wow. Oh, okay. I didn't even set that up. I wonder why that is. All right. So, okay. Now it. I'm trying to see where I can update the actual piece of art though. All right, here it goes. So you press these three buttons. You press edit, and now see right here. If I press this and save, it'll freeze it. But right now, I still have time to go in and change any of this information. I can change the properties. Maybe I can say YouTube this YouTube is a property, let's say. Oh no, let's say social media, and I can put YouTube. Actually, this is actually live on YouTube. I can make it. I can say it's live on Facebook, Twitch, right? Oops. I can keep adding to this, right? So now it has properties. What social media did this show up on? I can even add what it's about, NFTs, right? Like, and then if one day NFTs become the thing I'm known for, and people just want to buy the NFTs I made about NFTs, they can say, "Oh, this is one of his NFT videos. So I want this is more valuable." Get it? So by putting more into this, and then levels. Okay, so let's say levels show up underneath your item are clickable and can be filtered by your collection. So value 3 of 5. Speed. Oh, so this is like again, like if I with the horses. If I wanted to say this horse is faster than the other horse, I believe this is where you would do it. I'm not sure though. I gotta research the level thing more. Stats. Numerical traits. Stats show up underneath your item and are clickable. So again, this is like again, strength 100, strength 50, right? Stuff like that. Unlockable content. I don't have the link right now, but if I go into AR Drive and create one, then I'll link it here, right? So when I finally make this version, I'm going to oh wow, I mean, they kept that in there. All right, so I'm gonna submit the changes to this, but the metadata is not locked. Once I lock it, I can't change it, right? So this is basically something you just gotta think through before you create an NFT, because remember it's forever. So again, you want to think through how many is there traits. What's the collection going to be like? Because if you look at the popular NFTs, they're all collections. Nobody's making one thing and selling millions of dollars worth. See, this is 1 of 10. And this is this artist. So let's see some of their other artwork, right? So this is their collection. They made 13 Ethereum off of that. That's like $26,000 right now, or almost, I guess, $30,000 right now. But you see, the collection has similar piece of art, and there's numbered versions. So there's 2 of the same one here because he has 1 of 10. Let's see. Actually, this might be more, 1 of another number. So again, about him, details. So people are already buying and selling these. You see how somebody bought it and now it's trying to sell it for 20 Ethereum. Wow. So you bought it for, and this is somebody's offering right now. You can make an offer, right? So this is how you make an offer to buy an NFT. So you go here, connect the wallet. Oh, that's not a good user experience. All right, so let's say I wanted to make an offer for this NFT. Wow, that's not good. All right, that doesn't work. Let's see again. One more time. Make offer. Oh, I'm not on the Ethereum blockchain. That's what it is. So again, this is where you have to be on the right blockchain. See, so now I'm going to the Ethereum blockchain, and now it'll connect the wallet, right? So now I could press make offer, and if I wanted to, I could say I'm willing to pay 5 Ethereum. If I have it, see, I don't have that many Ethereum in my wallet, so they won't let me make this offer. If I wanted to say 0.13, which I do have, they let me make the offer, right? So depending on what you have in your wallet is how you buy and sell NFTs, right? So another thing, this is why I say that the wallet and understanding crypto, it's all connected. It's all connected. You have to understand the coins. You have to understand the blockchains. You have to understand NFTs, right? These are all connected pieces to the future of business, art, creativity, in general. Startups, this is how startups are going to be raising money. Watch. Of course, not yet, but one day. So again, any questions about any of this from anybody? I think I went over everything: how to make one, how to buy one, how to sell one, right? So when you make it, they end up showing like this, and people can buy it. You see how you can bid? People bid. That's how you sell them. But you can bid on them as a person that wants to buy them, right? All right. So good. So questions. All right. So first question. All right. Let me move. How does the money go to you each time your NFT resells? Do the resellers have to pay your fee for reselling it? This is why this is such a game changer. Nobody has to do anything. Built into the smart contract, it automatically will send money to the wallet you put as your address forever. Nobody can change it. So even if in 1,000 years somebody says, you know what, I don't want to pay Miguel's family for this video. I want to sell it. Somebody's willing to give me $1 million. I don't want to give it to Miguel's family. They can't do nothing about it. As soon as somebody buys it, I will get 10% into the wallet address that I put in there. So when I die, I give my Miguel Sanchez.eth address to my family, and that will have the money go into it forever. That is amazing. No lawyers, nothing. It automatically happens forever. And that is pretty cool if you think about it. And that's a good question. A lot of people always worry about that, right? Like I used to talk to artists that be like, yeah, I used to make collaborations with people, but then they stopped bringing me back the money after a while. This is not that. I believe one day books are going to be done as NFTs. Everything you create will be an NFT, so you know who buys it and who resells it, and you make money on it forever. So think about that as a creative person. How does that change the trajectory of your career? I think if this would have been around when I was younger, I would have created a lot more art, right? And I'm hoping it brings me back into the art world now. All right. I didn't know you also knew about digital horse races. My friend used to watch them. I thought it was ridiculous, but when there's money involved, it's gambling. Let's be honest. NFT horse racing is just like real horse racing. The difference is, one, no animal cruelty. There's people that own actual horses that race, right? They make money every time the horse wins, right? But they have to train this horse, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars training the horse, house this horse, feed this horse. And then once the horse can't race anymore, they kill the horse. So with digital horse racing, you can do all the same things and you don't have to harm a horse, right? So this is going to change everything. That industry, trust me, one day, most people are going to be doing this, not that. Because right now, if I wanted to go watch horse racing, I have to drive to the few places that do it. Go there, spend the whole day there, and sure, if you like that experience, you like doing that. But with this, you can do it 24 hours a day, anywhere in the world, 365. 365 days a year, you can do it online anywhere in the world. And if you own the horse, you could possibly win more money because that horse doesn't get tired. You don't have to race the horse one time and then give it a break for I don't even know how long. You could race the horse over and over and over and over and over again till it wins for you. Who knows? So think about that. Okay, now as an innovator, as a person that's looking towards that, what does that change? Jockeys, if that's your job, if jockey is the job you want to do, you want to be on top and racing the horse, is that job going to be there forever? I don't know. I think maybe one day more people rather watch these type of race horses than real ones. So if you are a jockey, you may not have a job. If you own horses, if I own horses in the real world, I will 1000% be investing in these digital race horses, because you always, as a person that's in a business, should be investing in the possible business that innovates you out of business, right? Like, why wouldn't you do that? So if you are in racehorsing, in the racehorse business, why wouldn't you put a couple bucks into some of these horses and understand the future of possibly your business? What kills people, their business and their entrepreneurship, is not looking at innovation till it's too late. Right now, these horses will never be cheaper. This whole Zed run is run on the Polygon network. It costs literally not even pennies to make transactions all day long. There's people selling these horses all day long. $100, $500, $1,000. They're making money winning, racing their horses. And this is going to come to everything. They already have for soccer. They're going to do this for everything. So again, it's all based on NFTs, right? When you buy this horse, you buy the horse on the NFT, on the Polygon network. You buy the horse. Now you can race it all day long, 24/7, and possibly make money from it. I don't know. I haven't done it. There's people that do it, but I do see it as gambling. I rather do things that are not gambling, like play to earn. Even though I'm not a gamer anymore, I could see if when I was younger and I like playing Madden and NBA 2K, stuff like that, if I knew I could buy things in the game and they can make me money, and when I win money, I could see me playing that a lot more versus a game where that's not the case, right? So I believe this is another big thing. All games are going to be forced into going towards NFTs. Because if there's a game that allows NFTs and there's a game that doesn't, which game is going to be played more? Because that game, I don't care how popular it is. If I can make real money playing a similar game that gives me NFTs and money, most people are going to play the one that gives them NFTs and makes money. Because literally there's an opportunity for people to make a living off playing video games. That is crazy, right? Not only the esports people that are number one in the world, right? Like anybody, higher engagement. Like think about that. Like there's a game right now. I was just looking. It's called Axie Infinity. There's people making thousands of dollars breeding Axies because they're NFTs. So when they breed, and they're doing that with Zed Run too. You could breed the horses. So if let's say you have a horse that's winning a lot, people are going to say, I'll pay you to breed with your horse. So we could create another horse based on the characteristics of your horse. So that's the same thing. It's like Pokemon and all these things. But with Axie, you could take those horses and sell them. Those Axies that are being breeded and sell them, just like people do with dogs, right? People do that. They breed dogs and then people come around and buy the dog because it's a good breed. Same idea in digital space. So again, this NFT thing is no joke. I went through the entire process, I believe. If I forgot anything, let me know. And if there's any questions, of course, any questions from from the IG on the NFTs, I just went through the entire process of making one, showing you how to buy one, how to sell one. But you got to be on the YouTube to see it. And I'm actually going to make this YouTube video and probably Instagram video in NFT. And I guess I'll link to that in the description once it's done. So are there any other questions? If not, anybody? Going once, going twice. All right. So on that note, thanks for anybody who watched. Please like this video, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. And hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what we'll be talking about, but again, looking forward to seeing you guys back tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Make an NFT today. Send me a link of your NFT in my description. Hopefully one day when we're getting millions of views, because this is the first NFT, your NFT gets sold more because it's in the comments of this video. Thank you. Have a good day.